All right, I am out here at Huber Heights course because I teased you about these Temu discs, and even though it's 6 degrees and the weather is pretty terrible, we're gonna play this 9-hole loop, show you how they throw. Let's do it. All right, so no real structure here, not even keeping a scorecard. We're just out here throwing for fun, see how these discs fly. It's a little bit windy here on hole 1. I'm gonna try to throw the Eagle Wigs, which is the putter, 2301. It's got this kind of concave inside lip, so I think it's gonna be a little bit flippier than the number suggests, so I'm gonna try to just gently throw it out on hyzer. See if I can get it down there. Oh boy. Oh. Boy, that almost aced the wrong basket. That was super flippy. That might be the case with that disc. It felt like it was gonna be flippier than the number suggests. Let's try the Bison. This is a mid-range 5403. We'll see if the numbers are accurate on that. No, that's flippy too. That absolutely crushed out the wrong direction though. All right, so it left us with this little upshot here. The Eagle Wigs completely rolled over on me. But let's see if it can upshot. That'll work. Nice little tap out with the Eagle Wigs. I'm sure I'll give myself a chance to putt with it. Let's move on to hole 2. All right, so hole 2 is 360 feet all the way up there on the left. Got all the room to work with out here on the right. But we're gonna try to throw the Starbird, which is the distance driver. It says 10-5, -1-2. We've noticed so far we're throwing the Bison and the Eagle Wigs. They are definitely less stable than the number suggests. So same thing, I'm gonna try to rip this out there on a hyzer. Kind of like a mid-power throw. Yeah, look at that drift. I mean, that's absolutely crushed. But again, I hyzered that and it just lifted over and drifted all the way over to the right. Get this as an opportunity to see another upshot. We'll stick with the Eagle Wigs. And I'm gonna throw, honestly, just inside that tree there on the left. And see if I can get it to turn kind of gently at the basket. Well, I threw dead where I was aiming. Let's see how she putts. The old Eagle Wigs. Almost got her. The only disc we have not thrown at all yet is the Star Bat, the fairway driver, 7-7, -1-1. I definitely want to throw it on one of the more open holes to see if that glide is true. So this thing's gonna be flippy. All right, let's try it. Yeah, these discs are all flippy. Yeah, these discs have absolutely no stability. All right, we're gonna see if we can throw in a little birdie here around the tree. Have to go high hyzer on it though. Or we could go with the little, let's go with the turnover Annie putt. A little short. So again, I'm gonna try to throw the Bison on a hyzer right at that big tree in the middle. Tailwind's kind of a left to right tailwind. Hey, that flipped up the flat and went dead straight at that tree, so happy to see my aim's not that terrible. That's parked for a birdie. Finally a good shot. You can see the track here, it came in. Hey, one good shot so far today. All right, so we're gonna switch it up here. Hole 5. Gonna go with the Starbird, which is way too much disc for this, 250 feet, but it's going uphill, and I want to do this so I can just kind of throw it at the ground on a hyzer. Ah, wow, I crushed it. That's sitting next to T-pad number 4. I crushed it and turned it over there, just all so flippy. All right, and that terrible drive put us right back over here on hole 4's T-pad, which basket number 5 is right next to. It's a very small park. Extra wide. We're gonna skip over to hole 9, which is 330 feet. I'm gonna go with the big boy, the Starbird, and see if I can hyzer it right at that gazebo. Yeah, that's a bad shot, but technically that's a Mando that I just missed, but we're not playing that. I threw it too high being afraid of flipping it. I'm gonna do the same thing with this Star Bat. That actually got all the way around the left side. Again, that's a Mando. Let's see if we can float the Eagle Wigs up there. Gonna try to do more of a line drive straighter at it, since this is understable. The Eagle Wigs might be the best one of the bunch. Fly, Eagle, fly! Gah! He misses the Mando. He takes his second drive, but he puts it in the chains with a lot of luck and celebrates about it. Let's go. Hole 6, 415, all the way up there. We're gonna take the distance driver, the Starbird, pump it out there on the hyzer to the left and hope for the best. I'll be honest with you. Try to throw it too hard. I can take this fairway driver and try to put a little drifting Annie on forehand and see how that flies. And just too much. If one disc could have turned out to be a great disc, I wish it would have been the bat. Looks great, feels great, does not fly great. See if we can repeat greatness. Just swung it around a little bit wide. All right, there's no way I throw a good shot over here. I'm not even gonna go for the Mando. I'm gonna just try to throw my Star Bat up the left-hand side on a little turnover, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Look at that. That's crazy. Well, ended up flipping up and rolling right up the middle, so we'll go up there and take that. All right, so somehow I found myself in a fine spot here, but I want to see if the Bison, because it's less stable, can just float right up there. Nope, get down. I mean, I juiced it. Eagle Wigs. Saved the day. That Bison throw actually wasn't that bad. Almost. The Eagle Wigs ain't that bad for a putting putter. It honestly ain't. The rest of these discs can all go to Valhalla. I forgot to shovel this T-pad. We're gonna just use the foot here. There's really no option here. I gotta go with the Starbird, try to hyzer the crap out of it and hope I don't roll it over. That's as much hyzer as I can put on something. Now, okay. All right, last shot, we'll go with the Bison forehand. I'm gonna aim right at the basket because I expect it to kind of flip up there. Okay, I'm not hating that. Yeah, so Bison just ended up going long on me, but it wasn't a bad shot. It was going at the basket. All right, let's see if we can save the day. Eagle Wigs, final putt. Oh, just didn't put enough on it. All right, so that wraps it up for me here. I just want to do a real quick initial thoughts on the Temu disc. Not a full review because I didn't get a chance to try all the different shot shapes and different angles and powers and stuff like that. But just throwing them out here, I think they would be fine if they just put the beginner label on them. They are all extremely flippy compared to the numbers that are on the disc. The flight numbers, no good on these discs. They are beginner, flippy discs. If you've never played before, or if you just have a slower arm speed, they'd probably be pretty good for you. The plastic itself feels like a good premium plastic. Feels good in the hand, seems like it'd be very durable. But both the drivers and the mid-range, flippy, especially the mid-range. The mid-range was disappointing because it has such stable flight numbers, which I would love, but it's extremely flippy. Now, if you throw it with a little bit of touch, you've seen there on my upshot on hole 7 and my upshot here on the forehand, hole 8, wasn't too bad. So they're controllable to that degree, but that's it. Once spring rolls around, I'll get out into an actual field and play with them and try all the different shapes and all the different powers and stuff to see how they really fly, and I'll do an actual in-depth review on them. But just initial impressions. Obviously, if you're an avid disc golfer, these aren't going to do you any good. If you're a beginner and you're looking for a set of discs that are durable and you want to spend about 35 bucks, this would probably be a pretty solid set for you to get, but you could do better. But that's it. If you have stuck around this long, please do me a favor and hit the like button down below. It greatly helps out the channel. If you're not subscribed, make sure to do so and turn notifications so you know every time I post a new video, and we will see you in the next one. Now, let's see if the Eagle Wigs can put another one in. Off the basket.